All right, I'm gonna attempt to go live on my phone. First time, and I apologize. We had it. My computer went out. It was just frozen, so I just disappeared from the screen. So I just thought I'd just go on and try to do this by phone. Again, this is a live show. Technical difficulties do occur, but I am back here to attack. So again, if you guys are back on there, please come back on. Love to talk to you guys. Love to talk to you guys. We just talked about earlier, before the little technical difficulties, we talked about the start of the college basketball season. So big time upsets already, as we saw. Again, you got on the women's side, LSU lost. LSU lost the first game. The first game of the season, but it's a long season. Probably a championship hungover. They're going to get it together. I'm sure they will. They will. And I'm going to see if anybody is coming on, and I'll shout you out. Shout you out. So, yeah, so college basketball has just begun. There's a lot of uncertainty, especially with my alma mater, as you can see there, Manhattan College. Let's see. Let me type here, see what it says. Again, I haven't done this in a long time, man. Let's see. Oh, let me get rid of that. Okay, yeah. So, again, college basketball, a lot of uncertainty going around throughout the country. You know, I'm anxious to see, man, St. John's, how they do. My good friend, Coach Van Macon, man, they got a crew there at St. John's. You know, Rick Pitino's going to be starting out there and seeing how that goes. And at my alma mater. But before I started my alma mater, a guy who graduated from my high school alma mater, I got my guy Steven is in the building. What's going on, Steven? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Welcome, sir. So, talk about uncertainty. Again, I know, well, in college basketball, Manhattan College, the women took care of business. Shout out to Coach Voolin there. I love the culture that Coach Voolin has created. I had her on the show on Transition Tuesdays. She's great for those kids. Man, she just puts out, you know, great work. And plus, the team went to the championship last year. So I know they want to have some unfinished business that they're going to attend to, and they're going to do well. I know they are. So shout out to you, Coach V, on your first win of the year. And my guy Steven says, what's up, my good brother? What's up, Steven? What's up, my man? And, you know, again, for my alma mater, the men's team, again, there's a lot of uncertainty. We got, you know, new coach, man. Man, a lot of things I wrote down. New coach, got new players, basically, a new system. You know, I think that this team has to establish an identity, you know, an identity. Who's going to be, you know, who's, I don't know. I don't know what to really say about the team, because I haven't, you know, heard too much about the team. But again, maybe good news, no news is good news. So again, they fly under the radar. You know, I guess myself as alumni and other former players or people who might have went to Manhattan College, you know, graduate from Manhattan College, you know, let's come out and turn out and see what we got. You know, let's give this head coach a shot and see what he can do. And, you know, see if we can put a winning, you know, winner back on the court there at Dradda Gymnasium. So, again, a lot of uncertainties going on here at Manhattan College, but we'll see, you know. But again, everything is 0-0, so we shall see what goes on. You know, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. So, want to talk about that, you know, college basketball going on, but want to talk about on this election day, the process, man. And, you know, I just want to talk about the voting process as well. As my guy Steven says, women's college hoops started off with a bang. Juju Watkins coming out with 32 points, debut with let me just see, anything else? With the W. Hey, quick question, Steven. Juju Watkins, who does she play for? Okay? Who does she play for? What team? So, want to talk about, while Steven's going to get that information to us, wanted to talk about the elections. Today is election day, right? Today is election day. Let me read the comments. Any more comments here? Oh, the Buffaloes beat LSU. Okay, got you. Okay, so Steven plays for USC. Gotcha. On the check-in, I got my guy Darrell on the check-in. Man, on the check. What's going on, Darrell? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, election day. Okay, we're going to talk hoops. And, we can talk hoops throughout the whole day, too, the whole evening. And again, I'm going to get you guys out here early because, number one, hold on a second. I just dropped my notes. This is a live show. All right. But if you haven't voted, please go out there and vote. Please go out there and vote. As you see, guys, see, I got my sticker. I have voted for today. So please go out there and vote, guys. That's so important, right? Because again, what's on the ballot when we vote? Okay, what's on the ballot? Especially here in New York City. You got public safety. You got the LGBTQIA plus rights and the rights to choose, the right to choose. What's on the ballot also is health care, child care, quality education for working New Yorkers. You got inclusions on the ballot. Diverse communities over fear, hate, and bigotry, especially here in Jackson Heights. Especially here in Jackson Heights, man. I don't know if you guys know and realize, but in Jackson Heights, Queens, New York, this is the most diverse area in the world. Not just the country, the world. Here in Jackson Heights, talk about diversity. Okay? Man, very important to know. So again, these things are going on here. That's what's on the ballot. And also on the ballot, on we're voting for the following thing, like in local district races, right? We're voting for that as well. Certain states with governors races, we're voting for that too. Voting for district attorney. These are important positions that we're voting for. The justice of Supreme Court we're voting for. The judges of civil court and council members. We are voting for that. Okay? Again, like I always say in politics, because I try to keep my ear and stay in tune with politics, because politics rules the nest of anything we do. But local elections are more important than the general elections because they affect you and your surroundings where you are. Again, we have the power to either oust these, elected judges who are appointed and get the, ones that you want in there. We have the power. The power of the vote is powerful. It's more powerful than money. As we can see, like number 45, he has a case coming up in Georgia. He was asking for $11,000, not $11,000. He's asking for 11,000 votes. Because votes change things. Votes change things. That's why we have to get out there and vote. In the primaries, the general election, and the local elections. We have to get out there and vote. Got to get out there and vote. We got to do that. And just wanted to share with you guys, and I want to be totally transparent about the voting process. So last year, I'm not sure if you guys knew, I was part of the voting process. I worked the polls last year. And the reason why I wanted to do that, because I wanted to get a good indication, how does it work? How does the voting process work? How does the system work? So by total transparency, I did it. And I realized a couple of things. Number one, our vote is secure and safe because you got to go through all these preliminaries of securing the vote, make sure it's counted. Man, the odds and ends, you got to take care of the vote. So it is so important. The voting process is real and it's so important, and every vote counts. Every vote counts. It can make a difference in who's elected and who is ousted from a seat. That's why the voting counts. And that's why we're seeing it's so prevalent. Why people want, forget money. Votes is the is the thing that changes things. Votes. So that's why we have to really be cognizant of voting and the voting process. And I was, unfortunately, like last year, I did the voting process. And when I went to go vote today, I hung out with a guy who showed me the ropes. His name was Bill. And shout out to Bill. I talked to him earlier today. And we were two different people. We shared two different views. I was a Democrat. He was a Republican. He's an older Caucasian man. And again, we found out by just talking and have a conversation, be it politics or without all politics or, not talking politics, we found out we have more in common than we had any differences. So that was really cool to see. So again, when you work the polls, and you have an opportunity to work the polls, I recommend you do it so you can see how how the process goes. You know, they pay you to do that as well. But now you get a chance to see how the voting process is, how the votes are balloted, how the votes are protected. You know, and that's great for democracy to know that. It's great for democracy to know that. So I recommend doing that. On the check-in, I got my sister cuz Gina checking in from North Carolina. What's going on, Gina? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, on this election day, again, if you haven't voted, here in New York, the polls close at 9 o'clock. I know in different places throughout the country, they close different times. But again, get out there and vote, man. You know, if you don't vote, if you don't vote, you can't complain. That's how I always look at it as well. And it's so important that we vote, especially in these general, these local elections, which are more prevalent and more important, I say, in the general election again. Because again, if you ever caught up in a jam, what have you, again, you vote for these people for Supreme Court, Justice Supreme Court, Civil Court, district attorneys in your cities, states. You're doing that. So that's why we got to get out there and vote. And that's why I ain't going to keep you long, okay? I ain't going to keep you long here, all right? But I'm just going to give everybody a check-in who has joined me today. And again, I apologize. I had some technical difficulties. And we got my girl TC Tanya on the check-in from North Carolina. What's going on, TC? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I didn't want to keep you guys long because again, I had technical difficulties earlier. So that's why I'm coming via phone. Wanted to see how this process goes. I'm not liking this process. But again, the show must go on. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. So ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, again, okay, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory today. Let me see if I can play this selecting here. I ain't gonna play the music. I ain't gonna mess with the music, all right? We're not gonna even mess with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for you watching Transition Tuesdays each and every Tuesday. I really appreciate you guys. You can watch this show and our past shows on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. So make sure you go and like and subscribe it. Check out the past videos too. You'll be glad you did, okay? If you haven't been following me already, you can always follow me on Instagram or IG, as the young people say. Okay, you can follow me at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Okay. Shout out to our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. So after the show, we're almost done. After the show, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. And Miss Felicia, Miss Sweetness, as I call her, is celebrating 11 years in business coming up at the end of this month. So let's support black businesses. Let's support locals and small businesses. Let's do that. And how you do that is going to sweetcandycafe.com and supporting that queen there. Support that queen, okay? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning. And we'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless. And again, my apologies about the technical difficulties we had. But the show must go on. And it must end. And it ends today. And now. All right. Take care, guys.